This is a situation. We were going to do something really fun and kind of split this up and allow myself, Brent, Danielle, Amy, Brittany Kovacs, and all of us to get onto this coach charge and just bring to you guys what we just took away at our leadership retreat out in Vegas. And then I thought to myself, why not share my heart and do what I want to do right here with you guys today? And then what we're going to do is allow Brent and Brittany and Danielle and Miss Amy on their own time and on their own terms, because poor Amy and Brittany got stuck freaking overnight driving bajillion hours. I don't even know what happened over there. Brent's been on the phone with Orbitz. We're not even going to talk about this. We've had kind of crazy days. So I'm going to take the weight today, but they're going to be going live in the Team Together Fit page this week, sharing their takeaways. So I challenge you to put on your to-do list to make sure that you check in on the page, because I really, I know what they're going to say, because we've talked about it, and it's so important and so amazing, and I just don't want you to miss it. So tonight you're only hearing from me. Sorry, not sorry. But you're only hearing from me, and I'm going to be really chatting first through making sure we're all on the same page, because we've got people on this call who are like brand new baby coaches, like in your infancy. You don't even know what a leadership retreat is, and this is not what this call is about. Trust me, it's not what we're going over. But I do want you to know that every year there's 2 styles of leadership retreats. So smart people take notes, because these should be your goals. So you should be taking notes. The first of which is the New Leader Conference. And that's for 1-star diamonds and below. So you have to be you have to hit 1-star diamond. There are some other requirements, but typically it revolves around being a 1-star diamond coach. And you're invited to, it's usually in the first quarter, usually around February, what we call the New Leader Conference. That should be on every single person's goal board if this is something that you really want to do for yourself. Is it hard to think, oh, well, I have kids, how will I get away? How will I do this? Don't worry about the how. Lex is like screaming 85,000 exclamation points because she's going to the New Leader Conference. So is Sarah Brooks and some of the amazing coaches on our team. So, and we may even go, because Brent got an invite to the New Leader Conference. I may be his guest at the New Leader Conference. We'll see. So I'm very excited about it. And it's something, again, that you should look into. If like events to me are life breathing into this business. And so the New Leader Conference is one that is doable for everybody. You may not be able to attend it in February of this year, because you've got to qualify for it this year, but there's no reason why next year that shouldn't be on your goal board. So if you need to Google it, you need to learn about it, just type in New Leader Conference 2018, see what the requirements are, start researching it, start asking questions so that you know what you're striving for. The one that we went to is usually in the 4th quarter, and it's the big leadership retreat. It's for 5-star diamonds and above, and it is my absolute favorite event all year. And I wish that we had every single one of you at that event, because I cried, I learned, I cried some more, my eyes were opened. I was just like, it is always, and it always has been. I've been going to it since 2010. And it has been life breathing into my business, because this is the 4th quarter. This is the 4th quarter. It's the hardest part of the year. And I said this at our retreat, and I promise to goodness, hear me and hear me loudly. The coaches who are left standing on January 1st are the ones who I am telling you will see success. But you have to get through November and December vowing to not quit, vowing to not give up, vowing to stay in this. And then when you land on that January 1st, knowing everything I know that's coming, it is going to be, your minds are going to be blown. Your minds are going to be blown. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you just sit there and stay as a coach and you don't do anything. We've got to build momentum these next 2 months, but it is going to be something that it's going to take grit, and that's kind of be a little bit about what we're talking about today. But before I do, I promised you that I'd update you on a few things. Who's excited about the Beachbody bars? Anybody excited about this? Anybody excited about this? I tasted them. I did, and on camera with chocolate in my teeth. I tasted them, did a taste test. I was so scared because, like, if I didn't like them, it was going to be all over my face. You know what I mean? If I could give you a kind of comparison. Brent says it's do you remember the chewy Quaker Oats bars that we used to eat in high school? Like the chewy Quaker Oats bars? Yeah. Okay. That mixed with a Kind bar. So like a fluffier Kind bar. It's like a snack bar. Does that make sense? It's not like a Quest bar that's like thick. I'm like, it's, I don't know why I needed to make that sound, but at the end of the day, it is kind of a common, it's so good. And there's one that's cherry. And there are 3 things I hate. Pineapple, I know I'm weird. Coconut, really weird. And cherries, I hate them, detest, cannot eat them. And then everybody screams at me, you've got to try this. It doesn't taste like a cherry. It makes it taste like dark chocolate. So good. And they come out in April and they're gluten-free, and I'm so freaking excited. Candace, yes, they're gluten-free. Yes, they're gluten-free. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so they come out in April. We'll have more about it, but they actually they're price comparable to a Kind bar. You know what I mean? They're cheaper than Quest bars. Like, come on, folks, this is so good. Anyways, okay. And then if you didn't see, the newest celebrity trainer is not a fitness trainer. She's a nutritionist. The newest celebrity trainer that came onto the team is a nutritionist, and it is going to be, there's not a specific date yet, but what you have to know is Kanoa went through like a year-long group with me, and I like poured into them about emotional eating and like everything that it took to get your mind in the right spot so that your body would follow, right? There is going to be a 16 video series that somebody who honestly struggles with their mind when it comes to food, how to get out of that place. It is a mindset training, mindset, whatever you want to call it, shift, honestly, that's being made in our company about food. It's not about, just put these certain foods in these containers. It's a mental thing whenever you have an honest to goodness issue when it comes to food. And there's going to be a serious 16 video training series that we can go through, that our people in our challenge groups can go through, that we don't have to film videos on anymore. And I'm so excited because they're going to be so good. And there's going to be an app for it, and just like, so our newest celebrity trainer, oh my goodness, I can't even remember her name because my brain hurts so bad, but it's so good, and I'm so unbelievably excited about her coming on board. And we'll obviously have more information when it does release, when they have dates and whatnot. And the other thing that was really big is the 80-day obsession, which you know is coming, right? We all know it's coming. We all know who's doing a little obsessed right now. Who just did it today? I did it. I was scared. I was already scared. Everything's fine. But those bands make me nervous. I'm like, they're going to pop in my face. They're going to pop in my face. They're going to pop. They're not going to pop in my face. I can do this. What I think is the coolest part, so get ready for this. We're going to talk all about, we're going to have a whole training on 80-day obsession. That's my promise to you, because it's so big. It is not just re-engage the people who are in Beachbody On Demand. They've got these new packs. These packs are amazing. You as a coach, now we're going to have the ability to buy this, some of the same packages as your customers. You know, like whenever, typically it's like, a new program comes out, and our challengers, our new customers can get a challenge pack, but we can't as coaches. What's going to be amazing is we're going to be able to get packs so that we save money too. And I think that's such a blessing, whether you just want the equipment, right? Whether you want the equipment and you want the performance line to go with it, or you want the equipment, the performance line, and your Shakeology, you can ask for Christmas presents for freaking 80-day obsession stuff. And it's like, and get it all at one time. And I mean, I think at one point Brent said you saved over $200 in one of these packs that they're doing if you wanted to buy your whole 90-day supply of everything all up front. They're doing some really big things to help us and to help our teams, and we're really going to be chatting about that. But it's bigger than just pushing play in Beachbody On Demand. This 80-day obsession is really going to change the game, because you have to understand the reason this business was built was not on 21-day programs. It was on 90-day programs, which is what 80-day obsession is. 80 workouts in the course of 90 days. Our business was built on Turbo Fire, which was 90 days, P90X, which was 90 days, Insanity, which was 60 days. These workouts that were longer, these workouts that took grit, these workouts that took grind, these workouts that hurt, these workouts that got results and lasting results and pushed us past just 21 days, but forced us to commit to something for a quarter of a year. When you do something like that and your challengers do something like that, they're in this for the long haul, and they will become coaches because they will see results, and it is going to be ferocious. It is going to be amazing, but it's going to take us stepping up and committing to this too. And so I think the 80-day obsession, Brent and I said, like, we're all in on, like, we're all in, we're all going to do it. And it's going to be scary, and I don't care because I'm going to do it anyways. And it's really, really, really exciting. So again, this is not a training on those things. We'll have individual trainings on each one of those, how to do them. I just, like Shelby says, like, I can't wait. It's like, I'm so excited. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm very tired, but that's neither here nor there. So I do want you to know there were huge announcements, and that's what happens at every event. You get to be in the room and feel the energy when those things come. But I wanted to share my biggest takeaway, if that's cool with you. Can I do that? Is that, yes? Is that, okay. And it's a very scary moment for me. This is a very vulnerable moment. I don't know if you saw my posts or my stories on Saturday. Saturday was a rough day. It started with Chris Downing just like ripping my soul out and shaping it into something beautiful. Tears started flowing at 8 a.m. and they didn't stop until we went to bed. But at the end of the day, my biggest takeaway were the 3 words: it's totally possible. But this happened in a very unconventional way. Carl stood up on stage, and I don't know if you saw, I shared it in the Team Together Fit group. Carl stood up on stage, and I'm going to actually make myself the main speaker for this part of this because this is very important to me. He stood up on stage, and in this crowd of, I don't even know how many coaches were there, before he even said his words, he had to stand up and practice saying it's totally possible. And of course I practiced saying it's totally possible. I didn't know what he was going to talk about, you know, changing lives, doing what you love, believing in this business. It's totally possible. You know what I mean? Paying off debt, doing all these things. It's totally possible. So I was like, I'm in for this. Let's scream bloody murder. I'm down, spirit fingers. I'm in, you know? And then we sit down, and then he asks us to put a number on our sheet of paper. And it was our number of personally sponsored coaches. And I didn't really know. Of course, I'm like, Brent, what do we got? You know, so we get the number, we write it down, and then he goes, times that by 5. So, okay, Brent, do some math, because of course, you know what I mean. I didn't have my phone, and I was not doing multiplication at that point. And then Carl said these words: that number you just added up, that you just found, is the number of lives you're going to change this month. And I looked at Britt, I was like, no, no. And then to make it even better, it's like, and I don't mean just change lives for 14 days for them to see if it's going to work for them, if the free trial is going to work for them. I'm not talking about changing that many people's lives because they want to try 7 days of clean week. I'm not even talking about that for somebody who just wants to do the workouts and they don't want to focus on the food. I'm talking about that number, this number that we created, people who are all in, the whole solution, the fitness, the nutrition, the accountability, they're all in. And I was like, oh, no, this is very serious. And I just need to be very honest with you. He made everybody stand up and scream bloody murder. It's totally possible. And I stood there like this. It's a very vulnerable moment. I literally laughed and shook my head. It's like, no, it's not possible. It's really not possible. And then I started saying it out loud to everybody around me. I was like, it's not possible. That number is 900. That's 900 challenge packs in 1 month. That is totally not possible. And I went on this whole thing, and like, I'm going to get super emotional right now. I started walking back to our hotel room. I started thinking about my newest coach, who this week she's going to be Emerald, like Thursday. And if she was sitting next to me, she had 2 coaches on her team. And he told her, take those 2 coaches and times it by 5. And that's how many people you're going to help this month. And then she needed to help 10 people. I'd look over there and look at her and go, it's totally possible. It's totally possible. I'd look at her and be like, girlfriend, you're a powerhouse. You are amazing. You believe in you. You believe in this business. You have so much love for this. It's totally possible. I'd look at her and say that. Yet for me, I was like, I've been in this too long. It ain't possible. That number, not possible. And then it just sank in. And this is where it gets hard, because it was like, when did I lose my grit? When did I lose my fight? Like, when did the girl who packed up everything I owned, put in my two-door Honda Civic, drove from Texas to Florida to a state where she knew no one, to move there permanently for a job she didn't know she had, who was willing to sleep and be homeless, sleep on the couches of friends' houses, spare bedrooms for a year and a half, because I believed in this. Where did that girl go? The girl that would look you in the eyes and say, I know I'm going to pay off every ounce of credit card debt with this business. I believe it. I know that student loan debt that was like $50,000, I knew I was going to pay it off with this business. The girl that was like, my parents need a car, I'm going to pay off mine and give it to them. The girl who was like, I've been homeless for years and I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a $500,000 house. And you know what? In 3 years' time, I'm going to freaking pay that thing off. I knew I could do that. I believed that I could do that. Where was that girl sitting in the room, staring at Carl, rolling her eyes? Where was she? She wasn't there. And like, this is hard to say, because some of you have lost your grit. That grit that you had when you first walked into this thing, telling your coach that you want this to be your full-time job, that you want this to be something that allows you to change your life in huge ways. Now, not every one of you is at that place, but I was. And all of a sudden, me, your leader, your upline coach, the girl that's spearheading this team together, fit, we're gonna change the world, was sitting there rolling her eyes, saying it's not possible. And it took a really hard look at myself in that moment to be like, holy crap, I thought the goal was too big. Yeah, we're gonna have to double what we normally do. Our team, to do this, would have to double the lives that we change. But I still didn't think it was possible. Then guess what happened? Went out to dinner, hung out with the girls, started talking to them. And then I took a trip down memory lane. And I had to take myself back to why I started this business. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I had to take myself back to the times that I had to defer my car note because I couldn't pay them. The times where I was working 80-hour weeks going, there's no way I'd ever be able to start a family because I wouldn't be able to be home with them if I did. There's no way I could ever be a mom doing this. I can't even take care of myself. I don't even have enough money to pay my own bills. How can I have a kid? I can't do that. And then I convinced myself, this is truth, that I probably shouldn't even be a mom because I don't have time and I don't have the money. Like, what? Like, I had to take myself back to those times where I was sleeping on my friends' couches going like, how am I going to get out of this? Like, how am I going to get out of this? And all of those things that caused me pain, I let myself feel it. And if you don't know, I'm not a feeler. I'm a doer. I don't sit there and just let myself feel my past pain. I can push it down and push forward. But in that moment, I let myself feel everything that caused me pain. And I tell you this because this is my chance to be vulnerable with you, because at the end of the day, we all have it. I had some really big things back then that caused me to have to dig really deep, that dig deep within myself, that like I was uncertain of what my next day looked like, what my future looked like. I was so uncertain. And back then, I had to go into guerrilla mode. Let's just be honest about it. I was like in guerrilla mode. I was like day in, day out, night in, night out. I was grinding every day. You told me if you asked me if something was possible, there would not be a hesitation in my freaking mind. I would say, hell yeah, it's possible. It was my natural knee-jerk reaction back then. But then all of a sudden, I forget about the blood. I forget about the sweat. I forget about all the stuff that put me in this place, this multi-million-dollar place that Beachbody has put me in. what happened to the hunger that I had back then? And the reason why I'm telling you this isn't because I want you to be like, oh, Alli lost it. No, we all lose it. I've lost it numerous times in my business. I lost it when I was an Emerald coach. I lost it when I was a Diamond coach. I lost it when I was a 2-star and I fell back to an Emerald coach. I've lost it before. This isn't the first time, but I know how to get myself out of it. I know that I had to literally, dude, I had forgotten my grit. I forgot it. I forgot the grind. I forgot it. I honestly forgot that desperate state I was in that made me who I was today. And it didn't show up till Saturday. I thought I had it. I thought when I rebranded this team that I totally had it, that I was back in it. I was like, we're in this and we're forging and we're going. But I didn't let myself feel those moments. Those moments that some of you are actually living in right now. You aren't out of the mess. I am. But I know that this was put in my life for a reason. This emotional state that I went into was there for a reason. Because I needed to feel what you're feeling. I needed to, God bless America. I need to go back into grind mode with you. Because I'm out. And it's so easy to get comfortable. It's so easy to be okay because we fought the fight. But this business wasn't put in my life for me to win. It was for us to win. It was for me to blaze the path, to take the machete and just start going and cutting down branches and saying, who's going to follow me? This ish ain't easy. I'm not talking about the word grit and grind for nothing. I'm talking about that's what it takes. And this is hard work. This is hard work. I have coaches on this call who literally are like, I talked to 100 people. And in one day, I had to hear 100 no's. Dude, the grit that it takes for somebody to do that is like, why am I not doing that? Why is your leader not doing that? If you guys are out there fighting this fight, I'm going to be out there fighting this fight. And I looked Brent in the eye today, Norm, who helps us with that. I literally looked them in the eyes today and was like, it's totally possible. And I meant it. It's totally freaking possible. It's totally possible for us to do the things that right now seem dang near impossible. And in your life, you have that something that you're going, I know other people have done it before me, but it's just not possible. It's not possible for me to, and you fill in the blank. And I'm going to beg you today to just have a gut check moment. You're going to hear no more times. If I could count the no's that it took me to get almost 200 personally sponsored coaches, to become a 15-star diamond coach, to be a multi-million-dollar earner in this company, to be one of 25 people that have hit elite however many years in a row, 5 years in a row, then I'm gunning for 6. And you know what? I hate saying these words. You want to know why? I haven't told anybody that we're going for elite, other than the people that matter. Why? Because I'm scared that I won't hit it. I actually don't think I'm going to hit it. And I haven't really quite gotten to that place where I think it's totally possible yet. But I'm putting the words out of my mouth right now that I will get there. And I am going to do everything in my power to get us there. Why? Because I have to fight as hard as you're fighting. Not because I need the money, not because I need the glam. I've achieved every award that I've ever wanted to achieve. I could literally say, bye guys, and move to an island. I could go buy an island. I could be like, bye Felicia, I'm out. Y'all are on your own. But I don't, because that's not my mission. That wouldn't be team together fit if it was just me going like, okay, I won and I'm out. Like, no, my upline coach blazed the path for me. And now my job, my mission, when my feet hit the freaking floor, right, is to make sure that you guys, the people that we have on this team today, the people that we'll have on this team tomorrow, the people that we're going to have on this team a year from now are able to see the same physical, financial, spiritual, emotional growth that I've been able to experience. And I'm not stopping until we do. And that's my vow. And I feel like today I needed to share with you that I still have fear. I still have doubt, but I'm not for 1 second going to allow that to paralyze me from setting really big, scary, hairy goals. I thought I was setting big, scary, hairy goals, but I wasn't. They were so comfortable. And some of you are just comfortable. You're like, I'll be emerald by March of 2018. You could be emerald by Thursday. Pull it together. Like, come on. Like, what? Two people that you help. 2. And then you get to emerald. Come on. I get that it's scary. I'm not telling you that it's not scary. I'm not telling you that you're invalid for having these feelings. I'm telling you I felt them myself. But what do you have to lose for going for it? Like, what do I have to lose if we don't hit? So 900's the number. If you haven't seen, we put a graphic up. We're going for it. Gosh darn it. You know what? What's the worst that could happen if you go for your big, scary, hairy goal? What's the worst that could happen? We helped 762 people. What? That's huge. Do you know what I mean? That's huge. We only helped 567 people. We didn't do that last month anyways. Do you know what I mean? Like, and if we do that in one of the hardest months of the year to make people realize that fitness and their health should be a focus, November. What? Like, if we can do that, who cares if we don't hit 900? It's just life after life after life that we're boldly trying to help take their next step. I'm not telling you that you're supposed to be a lifesaver. Your job, I'm telling you, remember, your role as a coach is to fuel the fire that's already lit. Our job isn't to create flames, right? It is to fuel the fire that's already lit. At the end of the day, I'm not telling you to go be a lifesaver. Professional life changer is what I used to say. No, my job is to help somebody take that next step. And then lead from the front and say, come with me. Come with me. And I'm sitting here today saying, like, I just set a really crappy, scary, it's not crappy, but it's scary goal. And I'm inviting you to go big. Everything's going to try to derail you this month. Everything. And it's up to you to set a goal so big for yourself when it comes to the number of lives you want to change. And I know that my goal is Success Club 20. Brent and I are already at 10. I'm just telling you, we're already there. We already have 5 names on the board. Ring the bell, bing, 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 5 times, okay? And we're going to find 5 more. 5 more, but this time I'm finding coaches. And I am telling you right now that I will talk to 105 people, 205 people to find the 5 that want to do this with me. I'm just putting it, and I'm frozen. I'm just putting it out there. And so as I say this, and I love you guys. Candace is like, I'm blubbering over here. I love you so much. I know that this company has what it takes to withstand the long haul. I believe that 2027, I'm going to be at Leadership Retreat. 10 years from now. Say it with so many of you saying, like, I remember that call 10 years ago when we said we were all in. This is your moment to kind of say, I'm going to have fears and I'm going to have doubts, because when you go for greatness, greatness is built in the grit. It's built in the grind. But when you go for greatness, you're going to allow the fear and the doubt to stir from their slumber. It happens every time. And it's only up to you. You're the only one that can squash it. You're the only one that can tell yourself, that can stop crossing your arms, sitting back, shaking your head, saying, it's totally not possible. And finally take yourself out of all of the no's you've heard. Take yourself out of the place of, this many challenge groups have failed. Take yourself out of the place of, I've started and stopped my fitness journey so many times. What's the point of even trying again? Like, take yourself out of all your past failures and say, none of those define who I am today and what I can do tomorrow. And until you get to that place, until you allow yourself to get to that place, you're going to remain stuck. And that's not who we are. And that's not what we do. We don't coast. When you coast, you're going backwards. We don't coast. we drive. And at the end of the day, my mission is to make sure that each of you have the same opportunity for growth that I've had in this business. And so I'm telling you right now, I'm going for 900 lives. Now, I can't change them. And this is why I built an army, right? I always say that the reason why you should build your business and become an emerald coach and become a diamond coach and become a star diamond coach and become a premier or an elite coach isn't for a title or a rank. It's because you have an army of people who can do more as a team than you could ever do by yourself, can change more lives as a team than you could ever change by yourself. There's no way that I can change 900 lives. Not if I was teaching a fitness class, if I was working inside a gym. In 1 month, change 900 lives. Give 900 people a fresh start. Give 900 people a chance to change their lives. That's a better way of saying it because they got to do the work, right? This opportunity allows for that. What you are sitting on allows for you to change so many lives. So what I'm asking is for you to just have your own heart-to-heart talk with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and then try to tell yourself, looking straight dead at your face, that like, it's totally not possible. And then just say like, wait, no. Why would you? I would never look at Camden and say, you have a really big, scary, hairy dream. Sorry, kid, it's totally not possible. I would never say that. So why would I say that to myself? So I'm asking us to fail forward. I don't care if we hit 900. I don't care if we hit elite. All I care about is that you gave it every ounce of your being, that you didn't just procrastinate, that you didn't just wait and hold off, but that you started to act now. And I read this thing and I wish maybe Brent can quote it, but it was like, the key to success isn't knowledge. You know, the key to success is not gathering knowledge. It's executing. All you've got to do is talk to people and share your heart like you'd share your favorite pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Like, go talk to people. And I love it. What is, hold on. I think Bianca just said messaging people as you speak. Oh my gosh. Kelly goes 10 here too. Because I think Lex just said 10 of those people are going to be mine. I declare it. Oh, I love you so much. And she declared that it was going to happen before Thanksgiving, so that she can hang with the fam and not worry about it the last week of the month. That makes my heart happy. So I need to know who's in. And you know, you can say it in the comments. I already see people saying I'm in, and I love it. Again, if every person inside the Team Together Fit group just helped 2 people, we dang near be there. Like, that's how serious this is. This isn't that the only, and I'll be honest, you've got to wrap yourself with people who believe in you. I wasn't going to set this goal. And then Brittany and Danielle and Miss Amy, and they sat there with me and said, Alli, there's 400 people that said they wanted to not just change their life, but when you came in the Team Together Fit page, I said, but do you want to love, serve, and transform other people's lives? And there's over 400 people who said, yeah, I do. So even if we don't all hit Success Club, because I could care less, what if we all just help 2 people? Do you know what I mean? Like, what if we all just help 2 people? Will you maybe have to talk to 50 people to find 2 people that want in? Maybe. Will you have to connect with people and really, truly love on people and care so that they know that you aren't just trying to sell them something? Yeah, you probably are. You're going to have some grit? Yeah, I'm certain of it. Are you going to have to sacrifice some time? Yeah, but I sure hope you don't take it from your family. I'm telling you right now, like, you might need to get up an hour early in the morning, and you may need to stay up an hour late at night. I'm not telling you to take away time from your family, from your kids, from your husband. It's not what this job is for. It's not what this is. It's to give you life. Beachbody isn't supposed to be your life. It's supposed to give you a life. But you've got to be willing to put in the sacrifice. Maybe you don't have a girls' night out and you stay in and you freaking hustle. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that you could sacrifice to give you the time to do what it's going to take to do this. And then this builds momentum into next month. We'll set another big, scary, hairy goal next month. Why? Because I ain't scared. I'm not scared. I'm going to do it. I don't know what's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out. And I just need you to remember that inside the Team Together Fit page, don't go in there and ring the bell because you think you have someone. You have to see their order, in your coach office. You see it come through. And when you do, you go ring the bell. You go give us their name and why you're excited to help them in the comments of that post. So I love you. I love you. Mwah. I love you. And I am off to go hang out with the fam. Bye, guys.